Hello children, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing fine. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the chapter 6 from your Alien Handbook, and this chapter is I Want Something in a Cage. So in our previous video lesson, I had finished the comprehension check, that's on page number 38, and we were going through the explanation of the text. We were learning about this man person and how a strange visitor in his pet shop bewilders him and scares him, and at the latest when he leaves, what was found? That he just took the cage, the two doves in the bird, the two doves in the cage, and what did he do? He freed them into the air. He just opened the cage and threw them in the air. That means what? He freed them. We have done till here only, children. Now we can continue from the next part. Okay, let's begin from 2 lines before only. He tossed it into the air. He drew out the second. This one is, children, page 41 and 42. So he drew out the second and tossed it after the first. They rose like wind-blown balls of fluff. Fluff is actually usually, children, cotton fluff. You might have seen that cottony balls, and were lost in the smoky grey of the wintry city. For an instant, the liberator's silent and lifted gaze watched them go. Watched them. Okay. Now what? Children, who is the liberator? The man, the stranger was the liberator. Liberator is someone who frees you. Okay. Now, then he dropped the cage. Okay, now he did not need the cage. He dropped it. Okay. He shoved both hands deep in his trousers pockets, hunched down his head and shuffled away. What did he do? He just threw the cage there. He did not need the cage. He put his hands into his pockets, and then he just looked down. Means he just had his head drooped down with hunching. That means this one, he just put his head down with pockets in his hand. He shuffled away. That means he moved into directions. He went from there. The merchant's brow was puckered with perplexity. Yes. Now what happened? So he was confused. Okay, why did this man who has earned $5 in 1 year waste his money, hard-earned money, like this? Okay, he bought the birds, but what did he do with them? He did not take them to keep as pets. What did he do? He freed them. He sent them into the air. He opened the cage and released them. Okay. Now confusion. So he was confused. So perplexity means, children, confusion. Okay. Now, so desperately had the man desired the doves that he had let him have them at a reduced price, and suddenly he had turned them loose. Okay, he had freed them. Now why? Mr. Purcell muttered. Did he do that? He felt vaguely insulted. Okay, what did he feel? That why would a person buy from me some expensive doves and he would free them? He did not take them. Why? Okay, could not understand this. Okay, puckered means, children, what? Yes, it means wrinkled. Okay, when you are confused, sometimes you have these, your face gets wrinkles, right? Some lines, fine lines. Now let's continue with the comprehension check. That's on page number 38. Okay, children. So let's get started. Right, true or false. Okay, 38 we have finished. So we have a comprehension check on page 42. We can do that now. Do you think the atmosphere of Mr. Purcell's shop was cheerful or depressing? Give reasons for your answer. Okay, let's answer this. Now this comprehension check, children, is on page number 42. Yes. Number 1. The atmosphere in Mr. Purcell's shop. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. 120. 121 shop was dull and cheerless. The shop was full of movements. Movements of the noisy birds. And pet animals. Mr. Purcell had become used to that noise. But the customer wondered how the owner put up with that noise. Okay, children, so please finish this. Now we can move ahead with number 2. Let's see what we have asked. Describe the stranger who came to the pet shop. What did he want? The stranger who came to Mr. Purcell's shop had been released from jail after 10 years of imprisonment. Yes, children, so he was sentenced to jail, imprisonment. His suit, though new looking, was cheap and ill-fitting. He had close cropped hair. His eyes moved all around in the shop. the shop. He wanted to purchase something in the fridge. He wanted to purchase something in the fridge. Okay, children. So we can move ahead with the third answer. Okay. So the man insisted on buying the ducks because he was fond of birds. Do you agree? Let's see. Let's write the answer. I hope you have finished this. Okay, so this question, let's write the answer. Tree number 1. No, the man was. No, the man was neither. Neither fond of birds nor did he insist on buying the fair ducks. Number 2. Okay, so we have completed this answer. He only wanted some birds in a cage. He only wanted some birds in the cage. Okay. Number 2. How Harry earned the $5 he had? Okay. The man had spent 10 years in prison. This is the reason he freed the birds, okay? Because he knew the importance of freedom. He had to work hard. He had to work hard. He was paid only $50 per year. He left the jail with only $5 and a cheap suit with only $5 and a cheap suit. Yes, children. So this is the second answer for this one. Now the fourth answer for this one, let's see. Fourth question is, was the customer interested in the care and feeding of the doves he had bought? If not, why not? Yes. Now let's write it down. Number 4. No, the man had no love, or liking for the doves. He did not mean to keep them. He did not mean to keep them as pets. So he paid no attention. To what Mr. Purcell said about the feed and care of the birds. About the feed and care of the birds. Soon after stepping out of the shop, he freed the birds. And dropped the cage. Okay, children. So here's your answer. Now, no, the man had no love or liking for the doves. He did not mean to keep them as pets. So he paid no attention to what Mr. Purcell said about the feed and care of the birds. Soon after stepping out of the shop, he freed the birds and dropped the cage. So children, we have discussed the following topics in group. Why, in your opinion, did the man set the doves free? So why do you think? I think let's discuss this answer here. The man set the doves free because he had already got the better taste of imprisonment. Yes, he understood what it means to be in prison, to be in a cage, okay? To stay, locked somewhere. He knew the need and value of freedom. It was his love for freedom that he spent his hard-earned money on buying the doves and setting them free. Why did it make Mr. Purcell feel vaguely insulted? Mr. Purcell felt insulted because he had reduced the price of the doves and still made profit. He felt himself small to see the customer's love for freedom and his great sacrifice. Yes? So children, we can end the lesson here only. So some questions will be there. I will be giving you to write yourself, okay, as your homework. So you can do this on your own, and then we will be discussing it in your online class. Now I am ending the video lesson here only. Take care of yourself, children. Take proper care of your family as well. And we will meet again in our next video lesson. Bye-bye for today.